Tonight on News 30, the progress on the Keystone Pipeline halts in Congress.
And the president's speech on immigration will experience a decrease in coverage tonight.
Welcome to News 30. I'm Lindsay Skinner.
And I'm Hannah Morris.
A bill meant to fast-track the Keystone XL pipeline was narrowly rejected by the Senate on Tuesday. The bill needed at least 60 votes to pass and fell short on Democratic voter numbers. The final count was 59 to 41 against the fast track. Preceding the vote, Republicans said they wanted to give President Obama the final decision.
If the bill had made it through the Senate, the House would have asked the president to sign an identical version of the bill. It is likely that the bill is only temporarily postponed, as Republicans will take over the Senate with a 53-seat majority in January. If Senator Mary Landau loses to the authority of the Keystone bill, Republican Bill Cassidy, the majority number will rise to 54.
When President George Bush delivered a primetime speech on immigration 8 years ago, every big broadcast network carried it. President Barack Obama will be delivering a speech over the same subject on Thursday, but 3 major broadcasts have reported that they won't be carrying it. ABC, NBC, and CBS will not air the president's speech, a decision they have not yet fully explained. Some station executives said privately on Wednesday that they anticipated a more overtly political address than from most presidents. Others explained that Thursday is an important night from advertisers and news shows, so they have to consider what was already scheduled to air. The address will still be aired on CNN, PBS, several Spanish-language broadcasts with translations, and other networks.
The Republican Party is now in control of both the House and Senate. What can we expect to see from this outcome? Yesterday, several Republican governors urged Republicans in Congress to avoid a government shutdown over President Obama's proposed immigration policy. Obama's executive action would grant deportation relief for up to 5 million undocumented immigrants. Ohio Governor Republican John Kasich responded that a government shutdown isn't an issue, but the Republicans are still looking for the options to block the executive order. Governor Kasich is one of the most likely contenders in the 2016 presidential election. Several other Republican governors of swing states may be looking for the nomination.
Driving down the street with a car full of groceries, it's easy to overlook the countless people shivering in the cold. An official at a New York City homeless mission will deliver a lecture on December 11th. His purpose is to examine the plight of Oklahoma City's homeless population. The speaker, Tim Knopp, will present at the Oklahoma Department of Human Services. His lecture will be another installment in the department's Practice and Policy Lecture Series. Knopp directs career training and education at the New York City Bowery Mission, helping men re-enter the workforce. The mission provides homeless men with the skills and experience necessary to add meaning to their lives. Anyone in attendance is encouraged to bring gloves, hats, scarves, or other warm clothes to donate to the Oklahoma City Homeless Alliance.
Things got a little too hot at Remington Park on Friday. Authorities said a fire broke out in the racetrack and casino's restaurant around 9 a.m. The Bricktown Brewery employees were all evacuated safely and no equipment was damaged. The cause of the fire has not yet been reported. The horse track is in the middle of its live racing season, which runs from August to December. Tulsa District Attorney Tim Harris hopes to bring awareness to the victims of violent crimes during the holidays. Harris has scheduled a candlelight ceremony for December 2nd to remember the victims and support their families.
Family and friends of violent crime victims are invited to place an ornament on a Christmas tree in honor of the one they lost. Victims and survivors across America are welcome to take part in the ceremony. The tree will be displayed in the community center until the end of the holiday season. Black Friday is approaching and Walmart is extending their times for sales, but also causing controversy next. If you have shopping plans on Black Friday, you could start with Walmart. Walmart stores across the country are open all day on Thanksgiving, and the Black Friday shopping deals will start at 6. Some people at Walmart won't be shopping though. Instead, they'll be on strike. Employees from Walmart have formed a group called Our Walmart to demand higher wages and better environments.
In the past 2 years, these protests have been small, especially compared to the crowds of Black Friday shoppers. This year, organizers say the protests will be much larger. Walmart has made the decision to raise pay above minimum wage and make changes in scheduling practices. Employees on strike are asking for $15 an hour. Organizers are expecting strikes at 1,600 of their stores.
The 2014 Williams Route 66 Marathon is scheduled for November 22nd through 23rd of 2014. The Williams Route 66 Marathon is expected to sell out again in 2014. If you are looking for a great race to support workplace wellness, this is the race for you. As a matter of fact, this race is so unique that the registration protector actually offers assurance by insuring you against unforeseen circumstances such as injury, illness, or job loss. According to Route66Marathon.com, Allianz Global Assistance will pay you 100% of the non-refundable registration cost, including fees and additional costs up to $10,000. There is no entry fee for teams competing in the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma Corporate Challenge at the Williams Route 66 Marathon. For more information, visit Route66Marathon.com.
Singing paid off for a group of choir kids in Tahlequah. The Cherokee National Youth Choir was named winner of a Grammy Foundation contest. The Grammy Foundation and the band Foreigner sponsored the contest, and the choir won the first place prize of $10,000. The choir was presented with a check on Thursday after they performed for the Cherokee Nation employees. The purpose of the contest was to stress the importance of music in schools, and about 120 choirs entered nationwide. 12 albums have been recorded of the Cherokee National Youth Choir performing in their native language. The choir has also performed in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. According to a statement by the choir director, the $10,000 will go toward travel expenses at future appearances and studio time to record their next CD.
The holiday season is upon us, and Nicole Smith looked at the safe events in Shawnee that families of all ages can attend.
Well, with Thanksgiving just right around the corner, it's still not too early to start thinking about Christmas. So I spoke to Del Curbs, the president of Safe Events for Families, to find out what family-friendly events are going to be going on right here in Shawnee during the month of December.
Coming up on December 4th, we've got the Downtown Christmas Parade. Cannot wait. Starts at 7 p.m. on December 4th. Just cannot wait for the Christmas parade. Give you a little sneak on the Santa. He is on his own float this year, complete with 8 full-size reindeer, 48 feet long. Then on December 19th, we've got Downtown Christmas. It's our third party event, Downtown Block Party. We can't wait for that. Merchants are going to be open late. We're going to have Christmas carolers, hot chocolate, marshmallow roasting. It's going to be a great time to come in and check out downtown. That's what we've got going on for December in downtown Shawnee. That's what Seth's doing. We can't wait to see y'all here on December 4th for the Christmas parade at 7 p.m. and again on December 19th at 6 p.m.
I'm Nicole Smith reporting.
Stillwater veteran has a unique tie to France after serving there during World War II. The French government seems to remember J.Q. Lind after all these years as well. Lind received a prestigious medal from the French government naming him Knight of the Legion of Honor. His daughter, grandchildren, and their families celebrated with him at the unofficial ceremony in October at OSU. But on Saturday, the medal was finally in his possession. Now Lind is a professor emeritus at OSU, but in his youth he was part of the force that stormed Utah Beach on D-Day. At the age of 22, he led an attack platoon of 40 men. He found himself in France once again during the Korean War, and in peace times he returned to research his account of the war. Lind and the men he led stayed in touch through letters up until this spring when Lind became the last living member of his platoon.
After the break, we will have a look at your weekly local weather and see what's going on around Shawnee with arts and entertainment.
We've seen ups and downs in the weather this week. Let's hear more about that from Tiami Cortez.
It surely has been some week we've had. Most of Oklahoma experienced the first snow since earlier this year on Sunday. During the course of the week, the snow has melted and temperatures have slowly been increasing with an average of about 50 degrees. Right now, it is about 51 degrees with light winds. Today's high was normal at 61 degrees. The record high was in 1949 at 82 degrees. Last week's highs were not consistent, with Thursday being 35 degrees to yesterday ending up at 62 degrees. Then on Friday, there will be a high of 66 degrees with winds up to 10 to 15 miles per hour and a good chance of rain all day. For the weekend, Saturday, we'll be experiencing some thunderstorms with a 100% chance of rain and a high of 63 degrees with a low of 55 degrees. The temperatures will only increase a little bit at 63 degrees for Sunday with only a 20% chance of rain and a low of 41 degrees. After all the showers this weekend, the beginning of next week will just be slightly cloudy. Monday will be a high of 61, which will drop off slightly on Tuesday. Before Thanksgiving on Wednesday will be sunny with a high of 59. Then Thanksgiving will be cloudy with a high of 50, and Black Friday will be sunny with a high of 43. Enjoy the great weather and remember an umbrella on Saturday, and have a great Thanksgiving. Hannah Lindsay, back to you.
Shawnee Grand Casino is sold out for tomorrow night's concert. The concert and resort will be hosting Loretta Lynn in concert. Lynn is known for her many hits, including I'm a Honky Tonk Girl and Coal Miner's Daughter. She has been in the country music industry since 1959. Loretta is 82 and is still touring and performing both classic and modern tunes.
Now Jordan Hunt has some arts and entertainment for this week. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Jordan Hunt, filling in for Kylie Ann Parker for this week's arts and entertainment. As the weather continues to cool down, now would be a great time to go watch a movie, and there are plenty to choose from. If you're looking for a fun movie to watch with the family, try Big Hero 6. This action-packed yet heartwarming comedy adventure tells the story of young robotic prodigy Hiro Hamada and his robot Baymax becoming the heroes that their city needs. If you want to be on the edge of your seat, check out Interstellar, starring Matthew McConaughey and his quest across the galaxy to save the human race. But if you're just looking for a good laugh, try Dumb and Dumber 2 or St. Vincent. The real buzz, though, is about the new Hunger Games movie being released tomorrow night. Mockingjay Part 1 comes to theaters, and I sat down with fan Haley Belcher.
I basically started off in 7th grade. One of my friends forced me to read it, and I thought it was going to be really dumb, but I ended up getting hooked. And it was one of the very first books I really got into. The last 2 premieres, me and a group of my friends dressed up as the cast, and I was Katniss. We all dressed up, and there was a bunch of other people, and it was really cool because we compared costumes, and I don't know, it's fun. My feelings toward Mockingjay coming out is I am so excited. I have been waiting for this, and I'm mad because they're splitting the movie in half, but I'm really excited because I'll finally get to see the end, what I've been waiting for. So I was Katniss for Halloween for 2 years in a row.
So go check out one of the Shawnee theaters near you. This has been Jordan Hunt reporting to you from News 30.
Another star college player is down in the state of Oklahoma. Abby Click has your sports update coming up next.
Welcome back. Here is Abby Click with your sports update.
Thank you, Lindsay. The Oklahoma City Thunder were unable to clinch a win against the Denver Nuggets last night. The Thunder fell 107-100. Serge Ibaka led the team with 22 points and 13 rebounds. Sebastian Telfair fell with 18 points, and Reggie Jackson completed the game with 16 points and 9 assists. The Nuggets took the lead for most of the game. Denver led 27-26 after the first quarter and 54-49 at halftime.
The Thunder will have their next 4 games at home. OKC will host the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow starting at 8 p.m. and then the Golden State Warriors Sunday at 7 p.m. An Oklahoma State football player may make his college debut this Saturday against Baylor. Sources say Dax Garman has suffered concussion-like symptoms after being sacked in the last play of the game against Texas. Garman was sacked 7 times during the game, increasing his total to 31 sacks this season. It is unconfirmed whether or not Garman will play Saturday, but if he is unable to suit up, Mason Rudolph will take the field. Rudolph is a freshman recruited from South Carolina. The Cowboys will travel to Baylor this Saturday, and the game will begin at 6:30. The Lady Bison soccer team claimed the Sooner Athletic Conference title after defeating John Brown 1-0 last week. Senior Marta Venegas talked about what it meant to win the SAC title. She said, "For me, personally, it is the best feeling I've had since I've been at OBU. But as a team, it is even greater. We have 6 seniors this year, and we have made it to the conference championship before, but to win it in our final season playing together is just incredible. We have a really strong team, and there's no doubt this is a record-setting team. We're not done yet." OBU will take on Martin Methodist November 22nd in the opening round of the NAIA tournament. The Shawnee Wolves football team moves on to the state quarterfinals. The Wolves will compete in the 5A quarterfinals after winning against Coweta 63-47 last Friday. Shawnee's quarterback John Jacobs completed the game with over 400 yards. Jacobs threw for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns and ran 245 yards with 4 touchdowns. Shawnee will travel to Ardmore tomorrow, and the game will begin at 7:30 p.m. Good luck, Wolves. That's it for this week. Hannah Lindsay, back to you.
Now, some dogs have strange fears, but how they overcome it can be a different story. This is Queso, the pit bull who is scared of entering this doorway, so he enters backwards. Now, whether he is afraid of the change in texture of the ground or he is actually afraid of entering this doorway is unsure.
His owners say that when they moved into their new house, Queso did not want to enter any of the upstairs rooms except for theirs. And this was one he did have to enter backwards. This happy dog hasn't had any trauma associated with his doors in the past, but definitely has issues with this doorway. Even so, Queso has dealt with this fear to be with those he loves.
Well, that is all for News 30 tonight. This is our last show of the semester. We have loved getting to be in the community and sharing news with you. We will be back in February of 2015.
Until then, you can share any news stories or tips by sending an email to obunews30@okbu.edu. You can also watch previous shows and reporter stories at youtube.com/ShawneeNews30. Thank you so much for watching and have a great holiday season.